Hi everyone, it's Samantha here for Autumn Fox and Rabbit Crafts. How are you this evening? Happy New Year! I hope you had a lovely celebration if you did, or I hope it was nice and quiet, or did you go to bed in your pajamas, or did you ignore it completely? We didn't do anything, it was nice and quiet. In fact, Christmas has been quiet. Welcome to my little corner of the crafting universe on YouTube. As I've said, I'm Samantha, so all those who are new here, welcome. Hello, as I've said, Samantha, how many times can I say that? And to those who've been here for a while, welcome back. It's lovely to have you here. It always is. So, what's been going on? Where have I been? And what's happening? What have I been up to? And all that sort of stuff. I have been spending a bit of time on my other channel, kind of. And also, well, saying that, I made a video and I haven't really been doing a huge amount of reading for that channel because I've been a bit busy. So what have I been up to? I just thought I'd get this out of the way really quick, so you know what's going on and how the channel's kind of maybe going to go, because I've got a few ideas I want to share with you. But basically, my dad had been in hospital for quite a while. He went in the 4th of November. He was in for 3 weeks. He came home on a Wednesday night, and then he had Thursday at home, and then from the Friday onwards until about 3 weeks ago, he was in hospital again, because he's quite poorly, a lot more poorly than I thought he was, but he's doing a lot better now. We're trying to get him into some sheltered accommodation so he's safer and he feels better being at home on his own. And also we have been sorting out his house, getting it tidied, ready for when he came home and things like that. So I haven't been doing a huge amount of well, I've not been doing much of anything really, but I have been doing some sewing because I wanted to make him a quilt. And I was on Etsy and I saw this, the little checkerboard quilt. It's by, Helen Phillips. And it's lovely. And although mine doesn't seem to look as tidy as that. And I'll show you in just a tick. But that's what I've been kind of up to a little bit. If you remember the Overdale fabrics, I showed you a video or so ago. I actually cut them all up into many squares. And I also have run out, I think, of the white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to intersperse it with green fabrics, and I think I've got enough purple fabrics, maybe one. I know I've got a lot of grey fabric, so I might have to actually do the grey fabric, just use the grey squares not on the outside but on the inside of anything I make. They're not perfect, actually they're quite raggedy. I wouldn't say I've sewn them very well. But yes, I need to do 20 blocks, so 10 blocks with the plain corners, and then I need to do 10 blocks of, no, 5 blocks of the plain corners, 5 blocks of the patterned corners. So I've got, I think I've got 10 here. I think I'd have to count them. So yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So I have been doing something. Plus it's also been a good distraction. 4, 5 of these ones. I do love this particular fabric, love it. And then I've got 1, 2, 3. Yes, I have 10. So I've got 10 of these. And now I have to do 10 more of these. As you can see, they're not perfect. Some are out of alignment. Some aren't too badly sewn. And yeah, so I've even used my old sewing machine for these. And what I need to do after I have stitched them all, I need to then do it so that they are in blocks of whatever, and then hopefully I've got a quilt at the end of it. Some of them aren't perfect. One I didn't think was actually going to fit, but then when I actually turned it around, I found out it fitted. So that's lucky. And also, this is navy blue, I promise. It looks black, but it's navy blue. I got this to finish my daughter's quilt top. So that's on the cards to almost being finished. And I think I've found some more of this fabric, and I'm going to make, I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. I forgot what I was going to make out of it now. Oh yeah, what was I going to make out of it? She says, as she's forgotten. Oh, a sock knitting bag. However, even though I've got all this lovely fabric, unless I do like colour this on one side and then plain or a colour matching, like a nice blue on the other side, which I don't really want to do, I would be cutting off quite a lot of some of the monsters and stuff. So I'm thinking of maybe getting half a metre. I found it on Etsy. I'm thinking in maybe getting half a metre of this fabric, making the bag, and then I can make a notions pouch out of that, because obviously, as we know, knitters have notions to go in small pouches. So that's the idea anyway. But this looks black, but I'm pretty sure it is navy blue. It just looks black in the light. But she really likes this, so I'm going to get that finished at some point. I might have a go at doing it this week, because it's not exactly this week coming, I should say. Also, that'll be the weekend, wouldn't it? I might have a go at doing it over the weekend. It's just that my daughter has kind of stolen the desk and my computer and my computer chair. So I need to kick her off there so I can use the cutting mat and stuff to be able to finish that off. Sorry for the throwing of the fabric. So they're on track to be done. I'm hoping to finish my dad's quilt in the next few weeks, and also I'm hoping to save up a little bit of money, because I did want to go to Buxton Wool Gathering, however, I want to enter, if I can. I'm always going to mention this, and then I change my mind, and then I'm going to mention it anyway. I'm going to have a go at entering a quilt into the Festival of Quilts, which might be a bit of a balmy thing to do. I have found a quilt, but not the pattern. I need to have a look and see if I can find it. But I found something I think will be perfect. And I know I wanted to do something like, I wanted to have a go at doing a quilt which is inspired by the Peterloo Massacre. But I decided against that. But I did find on Pinterest, I found this quilt. I don't know if it will work. No, yeah, there you go. This one right here where my finger is. And here you go. I love this quilt. I saw it and I thought, I want to make that quilt. It's simple. Looks like it'd be pretty quick to put together. Could do it on the sewing machine, which is what would be perfect, because if I'm right, all entries have to be in by, I think it's June. And then if you're picked, obviously the Festival of Quilts is in August. So I want to go to my favourite quilt shop in Poynton, and I want to get some Civil War recreation fabrics, or even maybe actually there's a beautiful there's beautiful Dutch fabrics on Etsy which I am in love with, and I was thinking of maybe ordering some from there and seeing if Poynton had something similar, and then hopefully completing the quilt. But we will see. and obviously not recreating that specific quilt because that would be impossible, but something similar, because the fabrics look like actually they could be Dutch kind of fabrics, and I have this small obsession of Etsy and fabric buying from Etsy. So I'm going to do some window shopping and see what can happen with that, and see if I can find similar backing, although the backing won't be seen in the actual show, if I can actually get something made. Because basically my dad, he's, like I said, he's quite ill, but he's doing a lot better than he was. He seems quite good in himself, but he's undergoing treatments, which he has every few weeks, and he's got lots of hospital appointments, which my husband and I need to take him to. So I'm looking for something that I can do when I come home from taking him to the hospital and things, which is why I've been doing the quilt, and I would like to do more quilting and more sewing. So that's the idea for 2026. My idea is to do more sewing, really, and we really need to get my daughter's bigger room sorted out. So I want to, in downtime and when I'm not able to actually move a huge amount, I want to be able to do some sewing, because it's a way to stop me from going a bit insane. Also, I want to visit Black Sheep Wools because I need wool. So yeah, I have a few knitting projects I would like to do. I've been watching Jack in the Attic, and there's this, I think it's called the Haunted House Cowl, and I'm in love with it. Oh, sorry, I've done myself a mischief and I can't really sit on the bed. I was going to wait a little while to do this video, but I just really wanted to make one just to say that I know I said I'd be back in a few weeks, and that's not happened. As I've said, I've been looking after my dad and getting his house sorted out and everything, but I want to use my downtime to do a lot more sewing. And obviously when my daughter's room is almost finished, she's going to need cushions and things like that, so I want to make cushion covers still for that room. Whether I'll make curtains, I'm not 100% sure. We might end up buying them. So what I want to do is I want to get her room back, because it was my studio, but it's going to be a library / art / quilting studio, because I want to make more quilts, and eventually maybe enter them into competitions or maybe sell them. I don't know, I haven't really thought that far ahead, but I want to practice my finishing techniques and my quilting techniques. Now the quilt I showed you, it wasn't actually like quilted. They had what looks like knotted maybe floss at certain points to kind of quilt it, which I think is a really nice way of finishing a quilt. And I know that I think Kate of the Last Homely House has done something similar, but I have some new skills to learn, like making bias tape and sewing the bias binding onto quilts and things. I've watched enough of Last Homely House and Pin Cut Sew, hopefully to get that one right. We will see. I'm not sure yet. I'm completely new to being able to actually sew things properly. When I do sew now, I try my best to make it perfect, and with the squares, they're not perfect. It's a rustic quilt. It is vintage. It is meant to be a little bit squiff. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. It's not like it's going to be shown anywhere, and it's mainly to just kind of cheer my dad up and also give me some kind of distraction whilst I'm dealing with things, basically. So that's a few ideas I've got for the next few months, I think. I've got my daughter's quilt to finish, as I've said. I've got one with Civil War fabrics to finish, although whether I'll actually finish that, I don't actually know. I'm still working on the woodlandy one that I was working on. That has gone through a few design ideas, which I don't know, I will finish that. That's an ongoing project. And I've got one that I found in a box, which I had started, which kind of looks like the one I'm making for my daughter. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the strips, but I'm going to cut them into squares, sew the squares together, and then sew them to the long pieces, and you'll see what I mean when I've made it. I got the fabric from Hobbycraft many years ago. I mean, the one that I've made for my daughter, I got the fabrics for that 10 years ago, I think it was, going on now. Yeah, I got it when she was a baby, and they do not have that anymore at all. So that's why I've kind of stalled on it, because I've been looking for the right fabric. Oh, excuse me, sorry. To do the outside fabric, which is why I settled on this one, because I thought this was the nicest, most neutral one. And I thought it would go really, really nicely. So I might have a go at doing that maybe Saturday. I don't know. I know that definitely on Friday of next week we are in for a good chunk of the day, because my washing machine has gone kaput. You know how they say things travel in threes or happen in threes? Well, first off, the dryer went, and a day later the boiler went, and then couple of days after that the sewing machine, I've got sewing machine in the brain. Just a couple of days later the washing machine went. So I had them come out and fix the dryer and the boiler. They're fixed. And then I had them out yesterday to try and fix the washing machine, and he said, because it's really old, it's obsolete, we can't get the parts for it, so we'll give you, if you want to choose one, we'll give it to you for free. So I chose a free one. You could upgrade it, and I was like, well, no, I've paid enough in insurance, I get the freebie, thank you. So I picked it this afternoon and then ordered it to be delivered on Thursday. However, I've got the dentist's next Thursday, so I had to go back on quick and change it to Friday. So Thursday and Friday I might just actually do some sewing. Yeah. And also we have to sort out the loft. We have unwanted visitors in the loft, and I'm not quite sure what it is. We don't know if it's rats, mice, or a squirrel. My husband's thinking it's more likely to be a squirrel. It's possible. So we've got one of those ultrasonic pest go-awayers. It's plugged in. It's very loud. You can, there's two settings, and the second setting is really loud, so I'll put that on when we go out. I also hope this year to visit places where they have nice old quilts on show, and not just quilts, but things like cross stitch and, you know, home textiles, that sort of thing. I know that I think it's Dunham Massey have some nice old textiles on show, and other places like that, and that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to visit old houses and look at nice old fabrics. This is a bit of a higgledy-piggledy video, really. I just kind of wanted to comment and say, I'm not going to keep saying I'll be back in a couple of weeks. I'm not quite sure of the uploading period for January, at least. My other channel, I said I'd upload when I can. I'm thinking of the same with this channel as well. I was actually like literally on the verge of closing the channel down, thinking I just don't have time, I can't manage that and everything else. But I realized that I need to have distractions. When I get really stressed, I get very unwell and I have flare-ups and things, and I just needed something to distract myself with. And I figured, well, I'm going to be sewing a quilt anyway, or quilts. I might as well keep the channel so that I can share the quilts. But then I thought, well, that means I get to do lots more, because it makes me actually sit down and, you know, do things. So I'm hoping to start, if I can find the right cross stitch fabric, because the fabric I've got now, I just do not like it. and I can't remember where I got the other fabrics from or what it was. So I am looking to do All Creatures Great and Small, All Things Bright and Beautiful, sorry. I want to start that this year. I did start that on my birthday. I just do not like the fabric. I don't know what to do. I've got a huge amount of that fabric specifically for it, and I just don't like it. I don't know whether to actually excuse that, I got a notification on my tablet. I don't know whether to find a way to soften it, or I just really don't like it. I do not like it. And I wanted something special for this project because it's a special project I want to do for me. And now that I've got better reading glasses, I think I'll be able to see the holes better. So yeah, I want to do that this year, and I want to get a start on Hook Run Hollow. As you may remember, I went absolutely insane about wanting to do it. I saw Pumpkin Hollow Quilts. Olivia had done it. She's finished it. She's now on to, I don't know actually if she's finished the village, but she's on to Hook and Hollow Village Houses, I think it is. And yeah, so I want to do Hook and Hollow. I really do. And I want to do monogamous stitching this year. So literally the two big projects I've got is All Things Bright and Beautiful and Hook and Hollow. I want to get more Hook and Hollow kit patterns, but it's getting harder to find them. eBay was one of my sources. There's a specific shop that I use or used, and unfortunately they're out of stock on there. I don't know if I can order them through Patchwork Rabbit, who's just, I think, changed hands. I don't know. I haven't a clue. I'd like to visit one day. I said to my husband, if we save up this year, we can go on holiday. And I was thinking Whitby, but maybe somewhere near to where Patchwork Rabbit is. I don't know. If we go to Yorkshire, I get to hopefully maybe drop in on Ellie from Oakapple Haberdashery. Who knows? I would like to go to a show that she's doing this year if I can. If it's not too far away and I'm able to get there and I can take some spending money, that would be a bonus. I do want to go to the Festival of Quilts this year. I don't know whether she'll be, I think she might be there this year. Who knows? I might get to meet a few other of the lovely YouTubers that I follow. Who knows? That would be absolutely lovely if I could. So yeah. I have ideas and projects I want to do. I want to do more quilts, and I want to kind of practice my finishing techniques, and I know that some of these are not perfect. They really are. I think I threw away, well, not threw away. I can't really pick it and reuse the fabric because it was showing, the holes were showing up in the white really, really badly. Things like this. Excuse my cup. If you can see that. But it's not like horrendously bad. But I think that I can, and right there as well. I mean, if I'm going to be really, really like picky about it, I'd have got rid of many of them and wasted a lot of fabric. But I understand that sometimes you don't always have to be perfect all the time. As you know, it's something that I'm making for my dad. It's something I'm making with a lot of love for him, and he's not likely to pick it apart and say you've done this wrong or that wrong or this should have been sewn better. I think he's just going to be happy he's got a quilt. And I need to stop being so such a perfectionist. That includes in making my videos as well. I tried to make this video numerous times and I gave up every time and just kept deleting them. But I think I don't tend to do New Year's resolutions. However, I think I should kind of make a kind of list in my head, which is possible to do, which is stop being so flipping perfectionist with videos. Just go with the flow, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong, and just carry on making the video. This video I'm hoping I can put up without any editing, because I just kind of wanted to pop on and say hello and how are you? Put my teeth in. Yeah, and to keep the channel, because I love talking to you all, and it's such a lovely distraction, and I love to share my makes with you all. I may not have a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, but you know, that's not what this is about for me. It's about making a video and sharing something that I have actually made and finished. And then I know in the past, everything I've shown, it's all been ideas and plans, and I've not actually completed anything. But this year is the year that I make things that I complete. So that goes for quilts, it goes for cross stitch. I might even do some little cross, because I kind of lost my cross stitch mojo for quite a while, and my sojo as well. Plus my sewing machine needs to be fixed still. So I'm using my old sewing machine, which she works perfectly, but I just want my computerized one back because it's so much easier when it comes to things like threading and things. It's a lot better. And I bought it specifically for quilting with. And yeah, so, and you know, it's got a table and everything. So this year I'm going to get my sewing machine fixed. I'm going to do more quilting. I'm going to learn more quilting techniques. I might even sign up to Skillshare or Domestika, because I think on Domestika I've got 2 knitting workshops that I haven't even, I've looked at one, I haven't looked at the other, and I haven't completed either. And I'm still going to have a go at knitting my first pair of socks, and I'm still going to have a go at knitting things that I've never knitted before, and teach myself intarsia and colour work and things like that. So that's kind of where I'm up to at the moment. And on January the 4th, which is on Sunday, the Great British Pottery Throwdown, or the Great Pottery Throwdown, is back. So I'm pretty psyched for that. I can't wait. I did and didn't enjoy Game of Wool, which I was going to make a video on it each week, but I just couldn't manage to do it. And also there were some weeks that I got really angry at, and then I just started watching it as a entertainment show rather than it being about showcasing knitting, because it wasn't always about showcasing knitting. It was about also showcasing crochet, which I have nothing against. I love crochet. One of my lovely friends, she is an amazing crocheter. She's fantastic. She really is. And I've been trying to learn to crochet, and you know what, I can't manage it. I keep knitting instead of crocheting. It's a skill that has just completely escaped me. But crochet and knitting are 2 very different things, and they kept calling the knitters who are crocheting knitters. Yes, they knitted, but they were actually crocheting at the time, so it doesn't kind of work. Anywho, I could rant. I could. The first episode I hated, and I think it took me until the 4th episode to actually go, actually this is kind of entertaining. So yeah, yeah, it was all right. I just can't see it coming back for another series, and if they do, can we have a different presenter, please, and different judges and different tasks to do, because they're a bit stupid at times. Anyway, I just wanted to say Happy New Year to you all. I hope this year treats you better than last year, if, like me, you had a very stressful, very uprooted, very busy year. This year is going to be quite busy with looking after my dad. My daughter's going to be going to high school, so we're waiting to see which one she gets into. All that stress as well. And yeah, it's just been very busy and very stressful, and I have found solace in listening to Audible. I listened to The Yarn Whisperer and Knitlandia, both narrated by Clara Parks, which was all about her start of going into the wool kind of business. So she started with a wool magazine, and she went to things like Rhinebeck and things, which is on my bucket list. And so, yeah, I absolutely loved the books. I gave them 5 out of 5, I'm pretty sure, on Goodreads. Or if I didn't, I should have done. I thoroughly enjoyed them, and I've got another Clara Parks book I think I have in the listening stages of. I can't remember what it is though, but yeah, so this year I'm also hoping to actually kind of binge watch films I wouldn't normally watch, like romantic comedy type things, and maybe talk about them. I don't know. I'm going to leave it there anyway because I'm rambling now, and I'm off to get a fresh cup of tea because this has gone cold, and I will see you all very soon. So I hope you have a great start, or a better start, or just an okay start to this year, and I hopefully will see you soon. Not quite sure when, but if you keep an eye on the shorts, I hope to start uploading more shorts than I have been, and I will see you very, very soon. If you want to find me, you can find me here on YouTube. I'm also on Ravelry, and yeah, so happy crafting, whatever that might be. Happy knitting, happy quilting, happy crocheting, happy sewing, happy pottery making, whatever it is your kind of thing to do craft wise. Go and enjoy, and have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Thank you for spending this little bit of time with me. Hopefully it won't be too long, but as soon as I have more to show you with my dad's quilt and maybe a knitting project or two, I'm still doing the cat hat. I need to carry on with that, and also my daughter's quilt. I look forward to sharing them with you. I'll see you all again very soon. So thanks for staying and spending this time with me, and thank you for your support and for subscribing over the last year, and hopefully that maybe I might get a couple of more subscribers. So until the next time, I'll see you later, and yeah, so bye everyone. Have a lovely weekend, and I will see you at some point in January. So bye bye, see you later, bye.